Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. The South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly weekend rollover in Charles Mix County. It happened early Saturday morning, 2 miles east of Geddes. Investigators say a 57-year-old man was driving an SUV that went into the ditch, hit an approach, and went airborne before rolling several times. The man died from his injuries. Authorities say he was not wearing a seatbelt. Governor Kristi Noem's rising national political profile is being reflected in the results of a straw poll conducted this weekend at a Washington, D.C. conference of conservative activists known as CPAC. Noem tied with Vivek Ramaswamy for first place in the CPAC straw poll for presidential running mate preferences. Noem and Ramaswamy each had 15% of the vote. They were followed by former Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard at 9%, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, and U.S. Senator Tim Scott each received 8% of the polling. Higher building costs aren't keeping people attending the Sioux Empire Home Show from planning bigger home projects for this year. A large turnout at the convention center on Saturday gave vendors reason for optimism that despite inflation and high borrowing costs, customers are ready to spend more on remodeling projects as well as building new homes.
South Dakota or Sioux Falls is a strong economy, and obviously there's talk with interest rates of things moving and stuff like that. So I do think it'll be a strong year. It is going to be different, but I think it will still be a very good year.
Remodeling projects took off during the pandemic as people spent more time at home. Vendors expect interest rates to keep dropping, and that will open up more opportunities for new home construction. Let's take a first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We are off to a mainly quiet start across KELOLAND. I say mainly because we do have a little bit of rain out there this morning. It's around the Pierre region, especially to the north, and then from Eagle Butte north and west in a broken line headed toward Bison as well as Buffalo, northern Meade County as well. Even a few mixed returns and a few flurries not out of the question near and north of Mulberry. But again, though, that's the outlier considering everybody else is largely quiet on this Sunday morning. And that includes our friends over in Great Bear, where you can pretty much tell the story from all the grass that we have with that camera pointing straight down. 37. The only snow at Great Bear really is what they have on the mountain. And that is going to really struggle to stick around, with the exception of the midweek outlook, which we'll get to in just a moment. Temperatures already in the upper 30s here in Sioux Falls. We're at 37 along with Spencer and Chamberlain, 38 for Mitchell, 31 Aberdeen, 30 Watertown, 26 in Rapid City, Pierre and Mulbridge along with Spearfish, all at 34 apiece. Not much of a breeze to speak of right now, maybe getting a little breezy, 10 to 15 miles per hour at times as we head through the afternoon, but overall, it's not a bad start to the day. We are going to challenge a lot of records on Monday and then go into a free fall for the midweek. We'll talk about the roller coaster ride. That is your 7-day forecast in a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. A multi-million-dollar changes are taking place at the Sioux Falls Sanitary Landfill. The city is building a new entrance with 3 new scales, which will help ease traffic at the landfill.
We've seen traffic backed up for as far as almost to the highway, and so this will eliminate all of that traffic backup.
The new entrance will also have a canopy along with digital messaging boards that will direct customers where to go with their household waste. The expansion is expected to be completed this fall. The National Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic gets underway later this week in Sioux Falls. It arrives after the last Pheasant Fest took place here 6 years ago. Organizers are expecting a record turnout this year, hoping to top the crowds that attend the event when it was held in Minneapolis. We'll find out what the big hunting and conservation gathering means for the state of South Dakota coming up in Eye on KELOLAND tonight at 10. Snert Fest at Great Bear Ski Valley is a fundraiser for the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society. Today's theme is Summer Olympics. Events include a limbo and ollie contest at noon, a zip-fee sled race at 1:30, a costume contest at 3 o'clock, and a pond to skim at 3:30. It costs $5 to enter each event. Great Bear will be open to the public for skiing and snowboarding during Snert Fest. The tubing hill is closed for the year. Explore the latest trends and remodeling projects during the Sioux Empire Home Show. It's taking place at the Sioux Falls Convention Center and Arena from 11 to 4. Admission is $8, free for ages 12 and under. Find your cure to cabin fever at the Sioux Falls RV and Boat Show. You'll find the area's largest selection of RVs and boats on display and for sale in the Expo Center of the W.H. Lyon Fairgrounds. Today's hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is free. Adam?
Enjoy the day if you can. Plenty to do and very agreeable weather. I mentioned we do have a lot of records in jeopardy on Monday. This is a sampling of some of the record highs that could at least be challenged, if not outright broken, as we head into the start of this upcoming work and school week. For example, Sioux Falls 66, Huron, your record 68, Brookings 60, Aberdeen 65, along with Pierre, Rapid City, your record 68, and some more obtainable records like in Eureka 58, Worthington, your record high tomorrow is 59, Marshall 56, along with Watertown. In a couple of instances, I don't think it's going to be a matter of if a record is broken. It's going to be a matter of by how much that record is going to be thrown to the wayside. So just keep that in the back of your mind, and also keep this in the back of your mind too. That doesn't last. So we have that rain, and again, that little bit of mixture up toward and north of Mulridge along the Missouri River. But that's really just about it this morning. This will basically peter out as we head through the rest of your Sunday morning. So if you run into this, yeah, it's not ideal, but it's not sticking around all day. This will gradually fizzle out as we head through the rest of your morning. And as we go through Futurecast, yeah, we don't have much of anything going on after that. Monday is going to be quiet, but you notice we get caught underneath a warm front to the northeast and a cold front to the northwest. That is going to usher in a lot of warmth with high temperatures on Monday, potentially being more akin to what we see in the beginning of May, not the last days of February. But then the bottom drops out on those temperatures and we go into that free fall that I mentioned before. High temperatures on Tuesday likely will be recorded early in the day. Keep that in mind when we get to the 7-day forecast. But we also have snow to talk about. Not much, inch or so type stuff, but considering how overall dreadful this winter has been for winter sports enthusiasts across much of KELOLAND, it's something. It's also likely a case of too little too late, but still, that's a risk of at least an inch of snow or more for Tuesday into Tuesday night. For what it's worth, we looked into the risk of at least 3 inches of snow or more, and outside of the hills, there is basically nothing. So again, we're not looking at a lot, and considering what we have coming up afterward, yeah, it's saying something. So the warmth gets out of here. Tuesday and Wednesday are chilly, but as quickly as that cold air gets in here, it's out. We have nothing to hold that in place. So we just warm up again. We're back in the 50s and 60s by the end of the week, and the first weekend of March for that matter. In fact, odds for above average temperatures remain favored as we head into the month of March and deeper into the new month for that matter. Highs today mainly in the 40s for northeastern KELOLAND, but everybody else 50s and low to mid 60s, with overnight low temperatures tonight dropping into the low to mid 30s. The rest of your 7-day forecast is unseasonably warm, especially Monday. I mentioned Tuesday with high temperatures being recorded early. We're going to go into that steady fall through the day. That's why we have that arrow pointing downward next to that 38. So keep that in mind. Yes, overall high upper 30s, but that's likely going to be closer to midnight. Chilly on Wednesday, breezy as well, but then we're back in the 60s by the weekend. In Aberdeen, more of the same. 49 today, 65 tomorrow. That would tie a record high. And then we get a reminder that yes, it is still winter through Wednesday before you also get back into the 50s and low 60s by the end of the week. In Pierre, 58 today, 66 tomorrow. That would break a record high temperature for Monday before you also get briefly thrown into the freezer. And then we're right back to the 60s by Friday and Saturday. And for Rapid City, we'll also challenge record highs on Monday. Your record to beat 68, but then you go from that to 20 on Tuesday, only to go back up to 60 by Thursday. So regardless of whether it's Rapid City or otherwise, get ready for a pretty major case of whiplash on the thermometer as we go through this upcoming work and school week. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.